like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Smash. Like and subscribe.
Hey, everybody. It's the Noise Neighbors podcast. It's me, Joey McHugh, joined as always by Mark Mulvaney. All right, Mulv.
Happy Thursday. How we doing?
It's pre-Friday, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Thirsty Thursday. We out here.
Was Thursday a big night for you in college?
No, because I had Friday classes where I went. So, like, there was some of these other schools, you didn't have Friday classes. Like, they were...
Yeah, Thursday was
whatever.
big for
Plus,
us.
like, I worked in college. So, like, I was coaching, like, in the middle. Like, I still had to go coach at, like, 6 a.m.
The People's Podcaster.
I really am, dude. Now, though? I mean, big piece of shit now. Let's not. I'll turn up any day of the week at this point. Thursday was never too crazy. Usually just like something chill at the house or whatever. But like then after that, all bets are off. Kind of like tonight. Like tonight's a good night. I've been thinking for a while. I used to play this game in college called Pants or No Pants, and I figure every time I do this show, it's kind of people at home can play Pants or No Pants looking at us.
Yes.
So like Pants or No Pants is you go, so you're just somewhere, right? When I was at tech, like when I was at grad school, the funniest place to play it was at like Fuzzy's. It's a taco place. Yeah. So girls always wear like big oversized shirts, right? And like Nike shorts, like small shorts underneath.
Yeah.
So me and like a few of my friends, female friends too, would be sitting there. We would just be like, all right, orange shirt, pants or no pants. And we would just wait to see until like they had to like sit on something or like lift a leg up or something and be like, pants. Didn't see that coming. So you're home. Let's see, how far can I back up and not give?
That's fine. That's just far enough.
Pants or no pants. Mulv too.
Winnie the Poohing it. What Jacob calls it. Yeah.
That's because I covered my bottom half in honey.
No, that's that thing where Winnie the Pooh pulls his shirt down and it just rolls back up over the. Yeah, that's me.
You like this? It goes boink.
Yep. Anyways, welcome to Thursday Night Live, a Noisy Neighbors project.
Yeah.
A Noisy Neighbors presentation. America's favorite Manchester City podcast. We're going to be talking about all the news that's been going on.
Yeah.
Last few days. Yeah, loads of stuff has happened. We did put out a pod earlier in the week, so go check that out. Mm-hmm. Reviewing the weekend's game, the crazy game against who was it that we beat?
Fulham.
That's right.
Yeah.
We dodged a bullet there.
Squeaky bum time.
Yeah. But what a hell of a win that was. And we could be going into the World Cup break on a bit of a streak, mate.
Indeed. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, so we'll talk about the match we had in the midweek, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's Chelsea. We just played Chelsea yesterday. In the some would say most prestigious tournament on the planet, the Carabao Cup.
These are the best teams.
They are the best for real though, the main event. Apparently, that's all we get drawn against. Everybody else is whatever. So we're gonna talk about that. We've got Brentford question mark coming up on Saturday. Nailed it. Professional podcaster. And then we'll probably just like talk to the chat, talk about other goings on. City's draw. We got drawn again in the Carabao today against a team that we can talk about.
Drawings.
World Cup rosters have been announced. Mulves England has some real doozies on it, which I'm excited about, including potential
Advantage USA.
I would say so. I would think that's correct. I think that's right. Just real quick in the chat, we do have our first participant, our first guesses for pants or no pants. Tyler Wessling has gone no pants for Joey, jorts for Mulv. So he thinks you're rocking a John Cena situation, which is pretty sick.
I don't know. You know what? I did wear jorts in the very late 90s.
Tight. Were they Jinkos?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Jinkos were dog shit, dude. So they were these pants, like it would have been late 90s, I feel like. Late 90s, very early 2000s, maybe. But they were jeans, jean pants that were like just huge. Like the back pocket would be about this long, and then like the bottom of them, where your foot comes out, would be like 20 inches in circumference, 27 inches in circumference. So
for me, just pants.
Maybe so. They were.
I called those pants.
They were crazy. They had I feel like a lot of like, I don't know, maybe like Slipknot listeners wore them. I feel like I could. Yeah. It was a lot of that. It was bad. They were terrible. But yeah.
Okay, so Chelsea, Brentford, and then whatever the heck the chat wants to talk about.
Yeah, grab bag. So
cool.
Yeah, let's get into this thing. Let's not waste any more time. Meat and potatoes, yeah?
Not really.
Sick.
I mean, big up Vic and all that, but
sick. We don't even have to do segments. Let's go.
No, this is just a live stream.
I'm not used to this freeform thing. I feel like we always have structure.
It's just chaos.
For like one of the worst shows around, we are maybe the most structured.
We do have a bit of a structure, don't we?
Yeah.
Within that structure, chaos.
Fucking chaos. Shout out everyone in the chat that's watching already. Thanks for being here. How you doing? We will get to you guys. If you haven't already, retweet this on Twitter, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as Mulv was whispering into your ears earlier, flying elbow off the top rope onto the notification button. That way you get notified whenever we go live.
Really close to 1,000 subscribers, so if we could hit that on this stream, that'd be really cool.
You hear that, everyone? We're so close for you. Just go get 1,000.
If you could just do that thing that puts us over the edge.
Yeah, finish us off.
That thing that you guys do.
You know,
just do that special one. More. Yeah. We're very, very close.
We're so close. It's been a tantric lead up to 1,000 even.
All right, Chelsea.
Yeah, right. I don't know what her name was, but just kidding. We're talking. That's over there. Okay, so City played Chelsea Football Club in the Carabao Cup yesterday. 2-0 win. Very much surprising that it was. I don't know. I feel like we were pretty on top of them for most of it. Big result though.
A clean sheet. For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Big result. I mean, we kind of talked about it on the podcast, but like going into this, I wanted it just because it's Chelsea and I want the trophy and all that kind of stuff. So like that's nice. Did you?
I was ready to dump out.
Right. Right.
I didn't want to, but I was saying if we did dump out, no biggie for me.
True.
The more I think about it, the more that if we do get to a point where this competition starts conflicting with bigger competitions, just play kids.
Right.
Dig even deeper into the EDS. Do you know what I mean? Get your Carlos Borges and the rest of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not forced to play your first team players in this competition. You can play kids absolutely. So if you get in a bind and there's a fixture congestion, just play kids.
Okay.
So
all right.
I'm back in on the Carabao.
Oh, yeah, baby, we back. I did see just real quick in the chat. We were talking about getting the subscriber number up. Chris said he's going to unsubscribe and resubscribe repeatedly until we hit 1,000. Brother, I appreciate the hard work. I don't know if that's how it works, but hell yeah, dude! Thank you for being a teammate. Okay, well, so I guess we'll run through the lineup real quick, huh? And then we can kind of start talking about this thing. In goal, Stefan Ortega. Back, yeah, he will be.
We'll get back to him.
yeah. Rico Lewis, Ruben Diaz, Aymeric Laporte, Sergio Gomez, midfielder, double pivot basically of Rodri and Gundo, and then Mahrez, Palmer, Grealish, all supporting the lovely and talented Julian Alvarez. This lineup comes out. How we feeling?
No, great, and it did turn out to actually be a 4-2-3-1 with a double pivot, wasn't it? Like, it's it can move about a bit and look different than it does on paper, but it definitely was. Cole Palmer sitting right behind Alvarez, Gundogan and Rodri in a double pivot. Yeah, no arguments from me on the lineup, mate. It was, when you get into these competitions where you're deprioritizing probably for this. This is where you have to trust the manager, you have to trust the physios and the players regarding fitness, and just play the guys that have got the energy levels for it and that need a run out. So yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna have too many complaints about a cup 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was juiced on this. I loved this lineup.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's really exciting.
It's just a good mix, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, you could see kind of where the substitutions would be should everything go right. Like, you can tell, like, okay, well, this guy's not going to play the whole match. This guy's probably not going to play the whole match. That is basically how it ended up shaking out, too. Thank God. Their lineup came out. I was fired up about it because there's holes in it, which is... I don't know if any of the Main Road Ramble guys are here right now, but I would like you to publicly renounce Dennis Zakaria. I did so much negative PR against that guy, I feel like. And
you did.
I would just like to say in front of everybody, I fucking told you so, dude. That guy's a bum. That guy's a bum. Koulibaly, not great. Cucurella, whatever. Yep, sorry, pal. Stanley wants to know if Mulv's got a Celestiussi or a Whiz Quiz.
That would be the Celestiussi.
Tight. Okay, cool. So tonight, you're not. This is not Thirsty Thursday for you. You're not trying to turn up. You're not trying to radish.
I'm just trying to get just a little bit of,
caffeine in your body at 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, this was a whole thing. The first 45, I was very stressed out. It just felt tight. They were creating chances. There's a certain guy at the back that kept us in this thing. And let's just talk about it right now, I guess. Stefan Ortega is, dare I say, a dog. He a dog.
Yeah, this had really big just cup vibes, cup match, like back and forth. There was none of the control that we've been used to in like a Premier League tie from City. And because it was so open, we needed a goalkeeping performance.
Yeah.
So this was some dodgy finishing from Chelsea, but this was also some pretty clever goalkeeping from Ortega, who we've talked about him a little bit in that, when you compare him to Zach Steffen, all the signs so far are really, really good in terms of how the other players show a lot of confidence in playing with him, not afraid to give him the ball. It's as if they think it might as well be Edison back there. They're very comfortable playing it to him. And he, in turn, has been quite confident on the ball and has actually made quite a few very good saves in the process. So
I mean, kick save. Are you kidding me?
yeah, he's done everything you could have asked him to so far in his limited appearances.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that we haven't seen yet is a deep cup match, like where you've got to maybe a semi-final or something like that. And this is where Zach Steffen really fell apart.
Yeah.
He had some really dodgy moments. However, like you told me on the podcast, this is Chelsea, right? It's a big team, a top team. It's all on the line in this cup. It's a knockout.
Yep.
And for Ortega to play like he did, I think is can only be give the team a ton of confidence and him a ton of confidence. So, yeah, there's still a little bit of me that wants to see him in the later rounds, but all signs point to him being an upgrade.
Yeah, he was fantastic, honestly. And one of the things that I liked so much about his performance yesterday was, and we saw it a little bit in the other times we've seen him, but he plays so high. Like as the back line scoots up, it's a suicide line. Don't get me wrong. Like if it goes wrong, it's gonna go way wrong. We're in big trouble. But he plays so high that when the center backs do need to drop that ball back to him, it's not a long pass usually that could get run onto. Shorter passes are 90% of the time more accurate, anyways, just because you don't have to send it as far. And he's so good with his feet that. I mean, he gives us on the ball what I don't think Steffen ever could. Yeah, I love Zach Steffen just because it's an American guy and he is a good keeper. I just don't think that. So the standard that he was like on the ball and everything when he came into the club, I think at the time we probably thought it was good enough, and then we saw what Ederson can actually do, and it's like, oh, okay. So it's like like the bar is really high in terms of what the keeper has to do. And Ortega's only shown that he's great on the ball. His distribution's been fantastic, and shot stopping. I mean, dude, David De Gea wishes.
One of the things I like, as well as the shot stopping, is about his distribution, is he does not discriminate. He will bang one out to a left winger. He will bang one out to a right winger. Mm-hmm. He does not care. Do you know what I mean? Like
equal opportunity banger.
Yes.
Nice. Hell yeah, I like that.
So, Edison's the same way. You have to love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep your eyes open because you're getting banged on.
Let's go. There's a lot of comments on Ortega. Do you want to go through some of them?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, let's hit.
Let's bang one out to the chat.
Oh dear.
You backed into that one.
Ellie is on the stream. Ortega was outstanding. Indeed.
Yep.
Muddy's here. What's up, Muddy? Ortega is definitely a G-Bob.
Not sure what that means.
Yep. Good bit of business.
I don't know.
Let's see. You got one?
We signed for free. You cannot compete if City signs for free.
Sandar 7.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Well in.
What else?
Another shout for a G-Bob for Ortega from Dustin. Nice one.
Yeah.
Hey, goat. Hey, sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
I don't know, your house, probably, but
Facebook.
Yeah, let us know in the chat, I guess, dude. Whatever.
Stanley says Ortega does have that dog.
Wait,
that's New York.
Yeah,
dog. He's got a dog in him.
He's got a dog in him.
He's got a coffee and he's got a dog in him.
Oh, for the love of Christ, he's got a dog in him.
Hey, he's walking here,
That's something, and it's stupid, yeah, would say something like what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Jason, rip Steffen, long live Steffen. Yeah.
Tough talk from a Canadian.
Thank you, Nebs. Thank you, Nebs.
How's Davies doing? Pretty sure he's not going to play in the World Cup.
Kyle is watching from
Uranus. It's a thing. It's a planet.
Uranus.
Yep.
Thank you, Brent.
Actually, dunked on. He's on the toilet.
Standard.
Yep. Actually, it's pretty fitting compared to considering what you're watching. This is the toilet of podcasts, I feel like.
All right. Oh, yeah. Ellie says no Canada slander allowed. Sorry.
No Canada slander?
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, love.
We're sorry.
Sorry. I'll take you to Timmy's after this. Right? That's a coffee reference.
Place. Oh, coffee. Right.
Idiot.
Sorry.
I'm super smart. So yeah, big love for Ortega. Another person that did well the other day that has I don't know. He's not back from the dead, but like
sort of.
Yeah, so kind of sorta. That's at Mahrez.
Oh,
Riyad Mahrez.
I thought you were talking about Phillips.
Oh, nope. I haven't gotten there yet.
I was thinking like back from the dead on Mahrez, just a bit of a sort of a hologram out there.
True. So he was doing a Bravo situation.
The Algerian hologram. Yeah. But no, welcome back, Riyad Mahrez, because anything we can get out of these wingers nowadays, whatever your name is, whether it be Grealish, Foden, Mahrez, I will take it, because something about the way we play, and the way teams set up against us makes life very, very difficult for our wingers. So both wingers on the night, fantastic. Grealish, arguably man of the match if it weren't for Ortega, Mahrez as well gets the
Jack
goal.
Grealish.
Yo, both of these dudes were amazing on the night. Grealish obviously helped out by the options around him, particularly when Bernardo came in.
Mm-hmm.
Bernardo and he seemed to jive better than him and Gundogan. Because
there's a bromance there that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, evidenced yesterday. Did you see it?
The water pour?
Yeah, he poured that water down his neck. What a bastard. More bullying. We want him to stay, don't we?
Yeah. That's how you get him to stay, I think.
No, but the pair of them, mate. Mahrez, a goal and a kind of assist for the second. So good to see that. And then Grealish was everywhere. Just very, very direct. Desperately wanted to score. But it seems like, in ice hockey, when the players can literally jump and slide their entire bodies in front of the puck when you're shooting, and multiple of them do it, particularly when you're on a power play.
Yeah.
And you're defending and you're just sliding everywhere.
Yeah.
It seems like that's what defenders are doing whenever Jack is, reels back to shoot. Guys just start flying.
They all start diving in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. So
he was. I don't know what the difference was yesterday, or if Pep just took the leash off, but Jack looked so much more direct yesterday than we've seen maybe since he got here. And you're right, it did help with Bernardo there. It helped with, I think Sergio Gomez helped a little bit on that side.
Yeah.
And just Alvarez's willingness to make runs forever. But if we can get that Grealish all the time, brother, that's a problem. Because that version of Jack Grealish creates chances. Well, those chances, it's not always going to be six guys back there sliding in front of the ball. He'll get an assist, he'll get a goal. If we can get unleash Jack Grealish for the rest of the season, por favor, I'm about it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, back to Mahrez. Johnny Lara says 1, 2, 3. Viva Algeria.
Okay,
I believe that's a City extra bit. But we welcome that. We welcome that. Mahrez, the cup hero from Johnny. Muddy says Mahrez doing the voodoo on the wall again, like he did against PSG.
For real though,
brilliant. Yeah, definitely.
Who's that Koulibaly that doesn't jump?
And Cucurella just doesn't look interested. He pulled a Sami Nasri in the wall against. Yeah. Remember Sami Nasri in the Robin van Persie free kick?
Yep.
Dodgy.
Sami Nasri.
Sami Nasri. What a player!
Sami Nasri. Yeah. Shout out the Drip Doctors.
And he plays for the City.
Oh, yeah, dude,
Let's see.
bring the drip doctors back. That's what I
That's
say.
right. Pick a man of the match, says Sandar, Grealish or to goat.
Ortega.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, sneaky Julian in there too.
Oh, we haven't even got to him yet.
Nah, fam.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez.
How do you say Energizer Bunny in Spanish? I mean, the dude just runs forever. The runs he makes for attackers, and I mean, like for his like midfielders and stuff. We saw it at the weekend, and we saw it again against Chelsea. He's just so willing to find space and just sprint into it, and you know, even if the pass isn't played, their back line has to worry about it constantly because he just does shit. He just goes. God, I love him so much, and he refuses to not finish. Like
he set the tone. He set the tone for the game from the start. I mean, he's closing down Mendy in like the first minute, right? Mendy now knows. Oh, I better get rid of this quick, and he caused so many losses of possession for Chelsea by just chasing.
Yeah, I love that we pressed Mendy. Like that seemed. I don't know. I feel like we haven't pressed keepers as much for whatever reason this season, and every time the ball went back to him, there was somebody running at him. I love seeing that shit. It's got to be annoying. Great. It's got to be so annoying.
It does. No, the press was really, really good last night against Chelsea. Really hurried them, really forced them to give us the ball back quite frequently. The defending against and allowing of counterattacks was a bit dodgy. I mean, let's face it, Ortega really saved our hide a few times here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pulisic was through. The young kid Hall was excellent, and he could have had 1 or 2 goals. So yeah, it had cup vibes all over it, mate.
Yeah,
an enjoyable spectacle for sure. If not super nervy for someone like me who has become accustomed to the control.
Because this went into halftime like nothing had like no. There was no goals. There's 1 yellow card. Like it had been a little bit chippy. Like, I mean, I was at the bar watching the game, and I was asking one of the other guys that was there. I was like, I'm like at halftime. I'm worried about like, there's no replay, right? Like, are we going to penalties? Like, is this extra time? What's the situation here? Because I don't know. I just had this weird feeling about me. It just felt like one of those matches. And then, you know, we get into the second half. Bernardo comes on for Gundo. KP4 comes on for Rodri. And then we started doing sex on him. You know what I mean? They couldn't handle it.
Let's talk about a few more players, mate. Just get your overall opinion. Some of these we've seen very little of, but start with Gomez. What are your thoughts on Sergio Gomez at the left back?
I've been unwavering in my Gomez support.
Okay.
I'm sticking with it. This is a guy that has played almost every position on the pitch. He is not a left back. He's a converted midfielder that's playing left back, same as some other guy that we used to have that like everyone fell in love with after we gave him a little bit of time, and he got really good at doing that. He's young. He's pacey. We saw a few times yesterday where he roasted Ruben Loftus-Cheek just in a flat-out foot race. I think it's coming. I think he needs more time, and I think you've got to use him right. It does seem that the games that he's allowed to get high and wide and provide the width on that side, we tend to do better.
What's his ceiling right now? Like, sorry, let me put this the right way. What games would he play for you, and what games would he not play for you?
Like, is this like assuming everyone's fit?
Yeah.
So if everyone's fit, your fullbacks are Walker and Cancelo in every big match, right?
Okay, but let's say you're rotating and you've got some fitness concerns. And is there we played him against Notts Forest, right?
Yep.
Right, a promoted side, you know, at home. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you stop playing him? You can play him a promoted side at home. Can you play him?
I mean, West Ham away is fine with me. Like,
okay, there are away games you would play him in.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Okay.
don't think there's a lot of Gomez slander out there because for some reason City fans consistently need to find someone to boo at or to be angry at all the time, even if they've been like meh. They don't even have to be terrible. They can just be meh, and City fans will be down on them immediately and like be short-sighted and shit like that. And Gomez just ain't the one. There's other players that we've signed in the past that have been much worse than Gomez. And I don't think Gomez is a problem. I think you got to use him right. You got to understand that it's his first year in a Pep Guardiola team. He's been playing left back for 7 minutes in his career, and he's going to be fine. I don't know. I just don't.
So you've got Cancelo that plays there, not really left back, but can be a really good one. You've got Gomez, you've got Esbrand, and you've got the occasional centre back that you can move over there. Does City need another left back?
So I don't like center backs playing at fullback. I mean, I've been pretty vocal about that.
Stop doing that.
Well, I just don't get the point of it because it limits us. I think the games that we've done that, we've looked a little bit more stagnant on offense because
offense. Love it.
Sorry, in the attack. Either way, it's dog shit.
It's an American show, mate. It's an American show.
I don't like center backs at fullback, especially the way that we use them. I don't think, for whatever reason, Pep trusts Esbrand as much as a lot of people would like him to. I think that shows by the fact that he didn't feature yesterday. I rate him. I think he's going to be really good. But I think that Pep's worked himself into a weird spot here where, like you said, you've got Cancelo plays over there and you've got Gomez and you'll play Ake there. Well, that puts Esbrand fourth on the list. I think we need another fullback somewhere. If Cancelo is going to be the starting left back, fine. Then I think we need a right back.
Okay.
And I would roll. You'd have two senior guys, and then you'd have like Rico on one side and Esbrand on the other.
Okay.
And I think that's safe because then you can do things like this where you have the younger guy on one side and like the full senior squad guy on the other side. They've got two good center backs between them that they can kind of shore things up. I think another thing for yesterday, you were able to slide Rodri over to Rico's side, which meant that you had a little more protection there. We need a fullback. We needed two fullbacks coming into the season anyways. I don't care if it's right or left at this point. Just make a decision and get one in. Because as much as I love Rico and as much as I love Esbrand, at the end of the day, Rico is 17. And I'm not saying like, oh, if you're good enough, you're old enough. Like I'm not saying that doesn't apply, but I still don't think you throw him in at the deep end and just be like, okay, you're the second right back now. Deal with it.
So yes to another fullback, and the profile is a more experienced, like a senior fullback.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would get, and it doesn't even have to be like very. I mean, I would say somewhere between like 25 and 27, 24 and 27 years old, something like that, because Walker's got a couple years left at this level, maybe, depending on injuries.
Yeah.
Cancelo's going to be the guy on the other side. Seems pretty obvious. So yeah, just get somebody in that's got good experience at this level and can. I mean, the biggest thing with getting a fullback in this team is there's so many weird boxes you have to tick for Pep. That's the toughest thing. I do see a name that just popped up in there.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. Hey, Ellie, if you could not come on here and talk dirty to people, that's a FIFA transfer.
Sort it out, Ellie. Sort it out.
Yeah. Could you call Cheeky for us or call Alfonso? I don't care. Call either one of them. There's got to only be like 7 phone numbers in Canada, right? Like,
Muddy wants Danilo back. Interesting. I liked Danilo.
Pretty sure we have to give Cancelo back in order for that to work.
Had a top song as well.
True. Which some would say is the most important part of being on the team.
It's one of my favorite parts. If you've got a song, you get an extra point out of me. There's a lot of mustache talk going on in the chat.
It's thick.
Fans
Yeah.
of the stash. Nice one.
Yeah, it's thick. It's robust.
Okay. So we did the fullbacks. I mean, well, what do you think of Rico?
So to say. Yeah, Rico was fine. I think the show was we played mostly down the left, I think. So like he didn't have as much to do maybe as he did against Dortmund, where he kind of put on a show. I thought he was fine. Didn't really do anything too egregious, I don't think, to knock him down any pegs.
He's young. He's
playing as well as a 17-year-old could be expected to play against Chelsea.
Yeah. He's going to have inconsistency. That's just the nature of being that age.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to come in at 17 and play for Pep Guardiola's Man City, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had to. I'd say the game before in the Champions League was a better performance for him.
Yeah.
But you can see it's there. You can see the talent is there, and he just needs more minutes in games like this, and he'll get better each time, I bet.
I'll tell you what, coming back from the World Cup, depending on how things go with how long certain players are there, or should any other injuries pop up, I think we might see a lot of Rico in the spring.
Yeah, it's such a great option because we have been, calling for more fullbacks in the side. To know that you've got Lewis and Esbrand just waiting there that can fill in, and they're, I don't know if Esbrand is a City fan, but Lewis is.
Yeah, for sure he is. Yeah, he's about it.
Brilliant. I think he is. I know he's from the area at least. So
yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk Phillips real quick, and then we can.
Well, I want to touch on Cole as well.
Okay, let's do Cole first since he played the whole match. This is his position. I feel like.
Yeah, the 10. You like him inside?
Yeah, I think so.
Like more long term. That's his.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't hate him on the wing, but when he doesn't have anybody to help him, he struggles. I feel like in the 10, especially when you've got somebody super mobile in front of him, he's got a lot more space to operate. So I think this is a shape we might need to toy around with.
Yeah.
To accommodate him a little bit in certain matches.
I think he's a big goal threat too, so I bet that's why Pep likes him closer to the goal.
Yeah,
especially in and around the edge of the box. That's where I've seen most of his goals come from, I believe. So yeah, I didn't think he had a great night. I thought his touch let him down a little bit, but again, a guy that's still trying to, I think, find his feet and with limited opportunities. So once again, another reason I'm glad we've stayed in the Carabao for players like Cole.
I love when Mulv goes as one thing changes and he's like, I'm back in this.
Yep.
Never doubted it. Didn't want to leave ever, actually. I've always wanted us to do this again. I love it. It makes me happy. So yeah, I think that's a thing, is this shape and the right opportunities for Cole, I think will help him maybe progress a little bit quicker. True. Nope, Kevin, that's on me. Cole, Jermaine, Palmer. I haven't named anybody yet in this. I didn't even call Stefan Ortega by part of his last name.
Mm-hmm. It's just Ortega, isn't it?
Ortega Moreno, if you look at his kit. But maybe you don't respect him as much as I do, on account of him being German or something.
We did get a funny DM from a famous guitar player. I don't know if you saw this DM.
Oh, was it my best friend?
Yeah. Referencing... you saw it?
The picture with it is crazy.
Yeah. He was referencing another famous guitar player and said that Dave Navarro.
Shirtless Dave Navarro.
Yeah, and he said, Ortega's playing a blinder tonight. It's a picture of Dave Navarro from, I guess, formerly the Chili Peppers and Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
Was he with the Chili Peppers briefly?
I
feel like he was briefly. So. Some chat help me out. Was Dave Navarro with the Chili Peppers briefly?
Just get that pop up on your phone in the middle of a match. Out in public, like, what the fuck?
That was cool. All right. So
Calvin
Phillips. So yeah, did not have a injury to his anywhere down below his legs, so was able to probably
True.
stay fit. You know what I mean? Like legs wise.
I feel like you should have preempted this with hashtag analysis. Did not have any injuries down below where his legs were. Feel like he was able to stay fit legs wise.
Once again, America's favorite Man City podcast. Not the best. Nowhere near the best, but favorite. So
this is a serious show, dude.
So
yeah, his legs did stay fit.
So he looked quite mobile to me.
Yeah.
Getting at. And he's got a way of getting about and making tackles that I really like. That again, shades of Fernandinho when he was here. Yeah, I'm so excited for him to come back because we're going to run Rodri into the ground here if we're not careful. You know what I mean? So I did like that he sort of paired them up, Pep. He paired Gundo and Rodri for the first 50 minutes and then paired Bernardo and Phillips for the last part of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it was a very Stanley Hawkins moment I just had.
True. That's true, actually. Yeah, it is. I like that Pep brought in for the second. So in the first half, your double pivot was the kind of the Tranquilo boys, right? Like it's double metronome. Mm-hmm. Like everything is in sync. And then second half, he's like, give me busy. Give me the busiest MFers I have on the bench. And he's like, Calvin, Bernardo, come to me, please. Now go run around a bunch. Just go bother them.
Yeah, that's a dynamic midfield right there.
That's Phillips so many legs. That's amazing. 4 healthy legs, I think.
Below their waist.
Below, yeah. Yes. Is that a Beatles song?
Below the waist?
No injuries down below his knees.
Oh, yeah. Come together. Yeah.
Which I think we all do sometimes.
Hey.
I wish you guys would come together and get us to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, dear. The wheels are off.
I feel like they always are. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody else we want to talk about? Or
any other thoughts on Chelsea? Yeah, again, Ortega, amazing, kept us in this. Big cup vibes about this game. No control. We are clinical now, though. We are clinical with Alvarez. You know, I used to have Mahrez as one of my shaggers, one of my clinical guys, and if that comes back, holy cow! You add him to Haaland, Alvarez. If you look, I think somebody's done a comparison. Jesus and Sterling since leave. Oh no, sorry, Jesus and Sterling combined for 30 goals the entire of last season, I believe. Haaland and Alvarez already have 30 this season so far.
That's a madness.
So you're talking about an upgrade in clinical finishing. You've done it. You've really done it. And if you can get something out of Mahrez and hopefully eventually Grealish, let me upgrade you.
That's nuts. Like, yeah, that's so much output for the money that we spent on those two guys. You know what I mean?
Again, I feel like a lot of people picked up on that. That's something you said on the podcast. And then I started seeing tweets to the same effect. I don't know. I think maybe you might be an influencer. I don't know.
Tell me. Tell me what they said.
I saw a lot of tweets to the effect that just think about how little money City spent on Alvarez. Who else? Akanji was the other. And they were even willing to include Haaland. So yeah. G-Bobs. You just knocked that G-Bob out of the park, mate.
That's gone over the left field wall, baby. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I
may be wrong on all that. That may have just been a...
Nah, it's probably trending. It was probably a lot of people.
Okay.
Joey McCune, podcast host of Nosy Neighbors.
Yeah, all right. That's the Chelsea thing, I think. We drew Liverpool in the next round because, of course, we did.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high.
Don't be
afraid of the dark.
I'm glad it's way past his bedtime because he's gonna He doesn't like when he uses voice.
He loves it. Have you seen his new profile picture on Twitter?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So yeah, we got Liverpool. The match is going to be played week beginning December 19th. That is the week immediately following the World Cup final. So, depending on which countries make it to the final, I mean, this could just be a U21s match.
Yeah.
Like if it's Brazil, both clubs' goalkeepers are gone, and like half of their. Well, Firmino didn't get called up, I guess, so he'd be there. I
like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's maybe the only reason I hope England do well is so we don't have to face the Jordan Henderson. You know what I mean? It's very scary. Yeah, that's a weird one to do at that date or that week.
It is. So it looked like last night Liverpool tried their best to get dumped out of this thing, but managed to win it on penalties. What do you think their approach will be? What have we got? Canada will be in the final, so City is safe.
Turning up on a Thursday in Canada, apparently. Huff and glue up there.
Do you think? What do you think? Klopp will play. Do you think he'll play a strong side against City?
I honestly think it's going to depend on how long these players are away for. You might not be able to. Like if they say the majority of the players get knocked out, like quarterfinal, semifinal area. I don't know if Klopp would be willing to turn around and shove all those starters right into a lineup against City. Same thing with Pep. I don't know if Pep would be willing to do that because at the end of the day, like that will become a match depending on how this tournament shakes out, the World Cup, I mean, that could put the rest of your season in jeopardy. Because if you've got a lot of these countries going deep and they make up the majority of your starting lineup and part of your bench, like, do you really go, okay, well, I know you just played, 7 games in about 2 weeks. Welcome back. How you doing? Sorry it's cold. It's winter here. Anyway, we're going to the Etihad fucking on Wednesday. So you're starting. Have fun. Bye.
No, yeah, you're right. It could be madness because it's such a nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to happen with how deep people go and who's going to be fit and what have you, and whether Klopp would play the same lineup regardless of the World Cup. Maybe he was going to play. That was kind of what I was getting at. Was he going to play a C team anyway? Just because of where they're at and. They're really like struggling.
That match might be a crapshoot, honestly. Like, depending on how the World Cup goes, like that whole round might be a mess. It's not just us.
They're in a top 4 chase, mate. They're well off it. They're well off it, and there's new teams in the mix, which is really exciting. Newcastle, Arsenal, Brighton. For them at the moment, they need to overcome Brighton. You know what I mean? United look like they're better than Liverpool at this point in time.
Some would say they're back.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, that's the Liverpool Carabao situation coming up. It's going to be a weird one.
Yeah, super weird.
I would love it if we knock them out of that.
I love it. We beat them. Love it.
All right, we're at 50 minutes, mate.
Yeah.
Again, this is kind of free, so it's just a live stream. We can keep going.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna probably go eat some Halo Top ice cream after this, so I can have some sweet treats and not feel like a pig.
Cool. You want to talk about Brentford on Saturday morning?
No, we can talk about it right now.
I hate you. I
am an idiot. Yeah, so we've got Brentford 6:30 in the morning Central Time. This side of the ocean. Absolute AIDS. Terrible time. It's the worst. It is the worst. It's the absolute worst.
It's the worst.
I least I don't live. If I lived on we talked about this. I think you and me just talked about this like privately. Like if we lived on the West Coast, that like 4:30 kickoff.
Mhm.
No,
It's probably the reason I can't move out there. I think actually it would probably be my spiritual home out on the West
Yeah.
Coast of America because they love their football.
right.
The weather's like Manchester loads of the time. It's actually in America, which I like America a
Yeah.
bit. Less and less every day, but
Yeah.
I'm
You're gonna like it.
hopeful.
You're gonna like it way less at the end of November, brother.
I can see
When we
a
get
great
1776, all up in it again.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That is gonna be fun. Are you gonna be around that day?
I gotta look up what day it is, but I'm gonna find a way to be there.
It's Black Friday. Just go with it.
Yeah, I think so. It seems like it's probably a work holiday, so yeah. Like I'm not going home again until Christmas, so yeah, should be.
Okay, cool. We'll go up to the pub then.
I'll
That'd be
put on
cool.
my USA Bomb Pop Teddy Roosevelt jersey.
Yeah, have to.
It's just, I mean, absolute banger. Real tight on the shoulders. You know what I mean? It's
I will
gotta be.
do the face paint. I've been instructed to do the face paint. So
Speaking of the face paint, well, adjacent, we got some drawings in. Have those made it to the shop?
No, I need to put them in sharpish because they won't come in time for the Black
Matchup.
Friday if they don't. So yeah.
So noisypod.com. We do have a Mank versus Yank shirt, some artwork that's been put together. So we'll put that over there. But go to noisypod.com if you want to buy some swag. And Mank versus Yank, it's my face with the American flag over it. And it's Mulv's face with the British flag over it. And I think you're wearing the Queen's like a princess tiara.
Oh, don't give it away. Why am I wearing a tiara? What's that
You're
about?
royalty, babe.
Okay. I need to talk to you about something very, very quickly.
The Queen?
You know our faces on our logo.
Right, yeah.
I was staring at it the other day and I noticed something. I don't know if you have one in sight or if the watchers have one in sight yet. But look at our noses. And this is how you can tell heritage, right? Look at your nose. Your nose is very low to the ground, like pointing down, right?
You're saying I got it.
You've got your nose to the grindstone. You are the people's podcaster. You are a blue collar, hard-working man of the people.
I'm a blue collar babe.
Look at my nose.
Mm-hmm.
My nose is pointing up.
Right.
Because
you have the nose of a colonizer, dude.
I do. My heritage is of colonizing people and looking down on them.
Right.
But also, I'm of a higher class.
Well,
at least I think I am. I think I'm better than you. So,
okay. It's true. Yeah, you'll never be a blue collar man of the people. You'll never be a.
I don't need to be because I'm already better than you. I don't have to do that.
What's your name again?
It
doesn't matter what your name is. I'm basically the Rock of podcasting. I'm pretty sure. I'm big. I'm Samoan.
No, I was looking at it. I was like, oh, I can draw some conclusions about our heritage here, and mine is of royal, blood.
You got blue blood,
and yours is of the people that make the world work.
Yep. Yeah, you could never.
I couldn't. I don't have to though.
With your soft hands, your very soft hands.
Anyway, let's talk about Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford. That's what we were doing.
Let these. I need a monocle.
This is a very dumb joke by Kevin Boyle, but I like it. Nosy neighbors confirmed. Needs a monocle. Needs a bowler hat.
Oh, what a very, very inside live stream this is.
Oh, fuck. I like it.
Okay. Brentford
Anyways,
is on Saturday.
Yeah,
We could
Premier League.
complete a very nice streak of, I think, winning all of our domestic games since the loss to Liverpool at Anfield, which was, I think, what we were all hoping for. Was like, well, okay,
Yeah.
Unfortunate drop points there, but if we can win out, we can at least be within a couple of points of the top before we go to the World Cup. So Brentford it is. We're at home again, so that's very nice.
Yep.
How are Brentford doing?
11th place currently in the table.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Only 3 3 points behind Liverpool, who are in 8th. Not that matters. It's just funny to me. Currently,
we're
11th.
opened up.
Yeah, we really are though. Injury issues. Vitaly Yenelt, doubtful. He's decent. Thomas Strakosa, he's going to be out until after the World Cup. Big miss here. Shandon Baptiste. Also, that's not how you spell the drink, Shandon. That's wrong. Pontus Janssen, he's going to be out. Good. He's a massive prick. So kind of glad he's not going to be there. He is. Like, have you ever watched that guy?
No, he's just a
sucks,
knobhead.
man. Yeah. He's a big and lanky and he's kind of annoying. Fouls a lot.
A Wazzock.
He's a Wazzock indeed. Yeah, absolute cartridge, that guy. Christopher Ayers also out, and then every one of these teams has a name like this. We're up 1. Oh, we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped at this point, dude.
Get the subscribers up. We've got
just text your friends.
People watching live, so if you could all
just text your friends and tell them to subscribe. And then lastly, the last person on their injury list, every one of these clubs has a name that you make fun of. Aaron Hickey. Aaron Hickey has an ankle injury and he will be out. He does have an ankle down below his legs. He's going to be out until after the World Cup as well. City just without Kyle Walker, I guess. My guess is we won't see him anyways this close to the World Cup. And that kind of leads me into some questions I had for you. Do you think Pep's selection for this match will be in any way influenced by players that have been selected for the World Cup?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. I think you're looking at, well, I think most of it was going to be natural rotation anyway. I mean, I'm thinking of somebody like Laporte, who took off the Chelsea game towards the end. He was feeling a little bit of something. And I don't imagine Laporte would have played against Brentford anyway, possibly. But when you've got Ake and Akanji, fully rested, and it's Brentford, I don't know that you necessarily need your Stones, Laporte, build up magic against Brentford. Probably just play your most fit CBs that you've got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Foden, you would imagine comes in for this just because he's barely played.
I have a sneaking suspicion that's why Foden hasn't been playing.
Really? Yeah. It's a possibility, mate. Do you think he comes back in for this?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I've had this again. We all know that I am very easy to you could lead me down rabbit holes pretty quick. Yeah. It's just I'm like Hansel and Gretel. Just put some cookies on the floor and I'll with this nose to the floor, like Mo said earlier. Yeah, I can like put together 3 lines of logic that would be like the reason Phil Foden hasn't been playing is because the World Cup is coming up and they're trying not to like risk him getting injured at all. And
so you think Waistcoat has called Pep and said, I'm going to play the hell out of Phil Foden in this World Cup, so rest him.
Or something. Or Phil has like, or Pep has like, there's like an understanding between him and Phil or something. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really weird that he hasn't been playing. I don't think it's going to change now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he comes back in.
Okay. Well, before Andrew falls asleep, I would like to say hello. He says, I really should be asleep. I'm in work in a few hours. Hope you guys are good.
That's not what he says.
All right. What?
That says whole you guys are good. And I don't know if that's some kind of greeting you guys are using over there in Manchester, but I don't appreciate it. Okay.
No, go to bed, mate. Don't watch this rubbish.
I mean, we are basically we're like melatonin, I feel like at this point.
Yeah, maybe we are for some people, you know. Sleepy time.
We
material.
are for me sometimes, honestly. Like
yeah. That's why you need a Selassie.
Okay, not a sponsor. But
dear.
if you're listening out there, Selassie Inc.
Yes.
That's probably what they're called.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who makes you? I think they're their own thing, mate.
Coca-Cola.
They're out of Florida. Okay.
Oh, Mulv's not drinking them anymore.
No. Shit list.
Yeah, outside of Foden, I feel like everyone else is probably on the table. So like, you know, Rodri, Stones, Ederson, obviously, Holland. Depending on, you know, I know it's gone kind of back and forth on where his fitness really lies, but he's playing for Norway in their friendlies that are coming up, so he's clearly fit enough.
Yeah. Let's do this, my friend.
Okay, let's do the damn thing.
Here we go.
Oh, are you friggin' joking me right now, brother? Look at the technology of this show. Are you kidding me?
This is just a test.
Shit.
Just a test.
Shit. We need to have a sound bed for this thing. Just so we're really classy about it. You know what I mean?
All right, who are you going with, mate?
Ederson in goal. Kevin Boyle wants to know if we're influencers now, and I do believe we are. We just they could never, dude. They could never. I'm gonna annoy myself with this. Stones at right back.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's Cancelo.
That's not him. They don't even look alike. Which good for you, I guess.
Where at right back do you want Stones?
Right about there is I feel like it's where he's actually gonna be. Double AKs.
Let's hear from you in the chat too.
Who do you guys want to see? It's 2 a.m. where Andrew's at, and over in Hull Village, Manchester. Brother, yeah, you need to go night nappy time.
Where's the kanji, mate?
I didn't put this graphic together. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think you put him in there.
Can't find the lad.
Nope. Yeah, no. Well, okay. Ruben Diaz then. Ruben Diaz.
Dear,
it's all gone wrong.
Shocking stuff.
Cancel the show.
If you're enjoying this, we are Noisy Neighbors. If you are not enjoying this, we are the Main Road Ramble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's fine. Just put Diaz in there. It's fine. Perfect. Right. That's what I wanted anyways. Cancelo at left back.
Oh shit.
Hey, at least it's not like City Extra where Jordy's mom continually walks in on the live streams. She showed up the other day, and I was like, oh, I texted him, and I was like, oh shit, what up, moms? And on the stream, he referenced it and told me he didn't want me to be his stepdad, which that seems rude. I think I'd be a great stepdad for little Jordan.
How do I not have a kanji in here?
That's
Scranwell a kanji is not in the...
Maybe you need to take a long look in the mirror and ask yourself that, dude. That's a yikes from me. Give me Godry in midfield. Yeah, you already had it. Kevin DB.
DB.
Kevin DB of Billy Duffy fame. Do you have him?
Oh Jesus!
Oh no! Oh yeah, he's in there. He's in there.
Found him. So a good question in the chat from Roy. Is Cancelo banned? No, he served his 1 match suspension in the Carabao Cup. So he will be back. It's just a 1 match ban for a professional foul is essentially what they call it. Yeah.
Yep.
No violent conduct, although it was pretty violent, if you ask me.
I feel like Bernardo. Yep.
Let's go. I'm setting this up as a 4-3-3.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
Alvarez is the striker.
Okay.
I just feel like it's going to be the same kind of situation as like what we saw yesterday, where I don't think Pep is going to risk Holland. If he goes away and plays for Norway and gets hurt, that's on him.
Okay.
Yeah. Cavs out Jackie on the left.
All right, let's go.
I've already said Phil's not playing, huh? I might double back.
Did.
Yeah, I'm gonna double back on that one. Who cares? Give me Foden on the right. Yeah,
okay.
that front 3 bangs.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and ultimately it's going to be some shit like this, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin like up next to Alvarez.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about that. I think that would work. I think that would work big time. And then
it's going to do something like this.
Right. Yeah. Ederson's going to have the ball in the midfield circle for some point.
Yeah.
My. I just saw what happened to Brentford yesterday. Or Tuesday.
What happened, mate?
They got knocked out of the Carabao by Gillingham on penalties.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
What?
Oh, they did. And they scored in the 3rd minute.
Yeah. There's nothing after that. But when's the last time? Oh, they're in bad form. Holy, I've done zero intel on any of this. Their last match in the Premier League was a 2-2 draw with Forest. Wow. Draw against Wolves, 4-0 loss against Villa. The last time they won was against Brighton on October 14th. That is no great.
Okay, so
Jeez.
Arguably our strongest lineup you've gone with. I mean, unless I guess if Walker was fit, you'd probably have him in.
Well, also if I could have had double AKs, I would have gone with that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can look all you want. He's still ain't there.
He's not there, is he?
He's not there at all.
Hell. That's bad. That is bad.
I like it. Is he in there anywhere? There he is.
He's there. Why is he not in?
It's there. Maybe too many. Maybe it only lets you have so many people.
Maybe.
Wow. Wow.
The Kanji Esbrand's not in there.
Wara app.
How do you make them in? How do you put them in there?
I bet you're only allowed to have like 23 or something.
Wow.
Because Carson didn't show up either, and that's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to look at apps.
Yeah. Drop your apps in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, that was fun. Thanks for letting us do that.
Yeah. That was
let's
nice.
see if I can seamlessly return to our normal
screen. Oh, that's pretty good.
What?
Ooh, bam, boxes. Let's go, dude. Are you kidding me? Who needs a producer? I'll tell you what, whenever Scroat gets back from Christmas break, he's in trouble.
He's got some stuff to learn.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well,
prediction?
2-0 City. I think.
Low key, what app was that? Says Franklin Cap. Low key. I love it.
I don't think it's low key if you put it in the YouTube chat.
It is called
we can see. I can see your screen in the fucking
lineup.
That's not on there. Just go lineup.
Lineup. And
so, was Robbie Fowler Irish?
No, he's English.
Huh.
Why do you ask?
Because he had his nose to the ground a lot.
Boy, did he. Definitely comes from the blue collar side of things.
True. Yeah. The human Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 City on this.
2-0 to City.
Yeah, I think we just kind of cruise.
Yeah, I think it could be more than that, mate. I'm feeling quite bullish on this.
Okay.
What are you thinking in terms of how they'll set up?
Crap. I mean, I want to say they'll be fun, but I think they're gonna play for a draw. You know, they're gonna play to not lose. I thought that's what they've done against us almost every time we've played them. I think there was one time they actually played.
Okay.
But I think they're gonna bunker in. It's gonna be annoying, and it's gonna be another one where it's 6:30 in the morning, and I'm like slamming black coffee trying to enjoy it, and it's just not happening. You know, I feel like that's probably how it's gonna go.
You think there's any chance that we set up a bit differently for this, maybe with a 2-striker setup, or do you think the injury to Haaland is just for just play Alvarez because he's in great form, see what you can get, and if you need Haaland, bring him on?
That's what I would do. Haaland would be a last resort for me at this point, because I don't want to be if I'm City, I don't want to be the reason that he gets hurt again. They said there's no bone damage. Great, there's still some ligaments that have to heal. I'd say, you know what? If we don't need him, don't use him in this. Let him have a month off to chill after the Norway friendlies, and then just when he gets back to Manchester, just load him up on protein and make him huge, so he's just jacked and he looks like Drago going into.
It's balancing, a guy that's chasing records, right?
Right.
A guy that probably himself, selfishly, is going Brentford at home. Yes,
that's me. Yeah,
yes,
me.
I can get 3-4 goals in that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Pep's going, yeah, you got ligament damage, mate.
Yeah.
So
don't
I need
tell
you. We're fighting on all fronts here, mate. This is going to be a long, long season. I would want you to rest. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Also, I feel like he's gonna, just the rate that he scores at, it's not gonna matter. Like he's the type of guy that could miss 5 games and still score 25 goals. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. I think that's it for the Brentford thing. Let's throw it to the chat real quick. Where are we at? Hour and 15. We'll go for a little bit more. Any questions in the chat? Anything else you want to talk about? World Cup stuff has been announced. Mulv, I'm sure you saw her. Your fearless leader decided to select this morning. How you feeling?
We'll get back to Andrew in a bit.
Okay.
So I'm the English guy on the show.
Allegedly.
I've said before, I try not to get too excited about the World Cup, about big tournaments, while Southgate is in charge, because he just plays a brand of football that, it's tough to watch, and might get you through the group, but once you start getting into knockouts, I don't think he's got the nous to get us deep into a international tournament.
So you're saying he's not him?
He's not the guy.
Right.
He's not the guy. Then you look at who he's picking. He's picking people like Harry Maguire.
Yeah. We're going to run through this 26-man squad.
Yeah, go on.
So goalkeepers: Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale, Nick Pope. No problems there. I wouldn't think. Of England's keepers, who else are you going to pick?
I like Pope.
Yeah. Yeah?
I'm not a big Pickford guy.
Really? Why is that? Just don't like him?
Looks like a bit of a wazzock.
Okay, so it's a looks thing. Okay. Defenders. This is where it starts to get not going to say funny. Fun. Trent, Kieran Trippier, Johnny Stones, Harry Maguire, Ben White, Eric Dyer,
Eric Dyer,
Luke Shaw, he of pizza fame, Kyle Walker, the Sheffield Leopard or whatever it is, and then Connor Cody. I think it's maybe the surprise back there. I'm happy for Connor Cody.
It runs out of quality very, very quickly, mate.
Indeed.
I mean, once you get beyond John Stones, Kyle Walker,
Ben
White,
White.
I sort of like Luke Shaw, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think he's decent for England. Trippier's okay.
Wheat thins.
Trent is there's a dynamic to Trent that is undeniable. You know, one of the best passers of the ball that England have got. Defensively, he's a bit suspect. He's a lot suspect. But yeah, I run out of quality pretty quickly going through that. So if there's an injury to Stones, if Walker can't play, oh dear. I think
this is a crazy one.
Yeah, Tomori misses out.
This is a thing where I wonder, and Elliot had mentioned Tarkovsky. The thing with Tomori, I genuinely wonder if Southgate doesn't watch the sport outside of England, because Tomori was a stud for AC Milan and they won the league.
Yeah.
And he's gone with
Cody,
Harry Maguire, Connor Cody, Ben White,
Eric Dyer. Oh.
Eric Dyer even. Woof.
Eric Dyer is shocking, man. Shocking.
Yeah. Speaking of shocking, let's get into the midfielders here. Declan Rice, Mason Mount, fine there. Jude Bellingham, good. Calvin Phillips, surprise, kind of, just because he's been injured.
Once again, not below the waist.
True.
So.
Jordan Henderson, surprise, that one's there. And then the two probably biggest surprises in the entire, well, one of them, I guess, would be the biggest surprise. James Maddison, super pumped for him. Always like watching him play. Conor Gallagher, who is a backup at Chelsea. What? What?
Yeah. Again, a bit more quality here than I would say. A bit more depth here than in the defense. But again, you start to run low.
Whip.
Henderson, why?
Yeah, what's the point, brother?
Why? He was terrible last time, mate. I told you on the podcast, awful stuff.
Yeah.
I've been looking at a specialist player instead of Henderson. I've been looking at Ward Prowse. Do you know what I mean? Who else in the midfield? I don't know. Hopefully it's Rice is good. Phillips hopefully will be back. He's a big favorite at Southgate. And then Mount's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we start talking about forwards, I wonder if, somebody like Foden might not be better in the midfield, or Grealish better in the midfield. But
right.
I don't want to see Henderson. I want to see Bellingham. I want to see Phillips, Rice. But that's three pretty defensive-ish. Nobody with any real creativity there. So maybe that's why I'm saying, maybe you squeeze a Foden or Grealish in the middle there.
Before we get into the forwards, Spencer has a question. What's the difference between England and a tea bag? The tea bag will stay in the cup longer. Do you have any?
Spencer's from New York, right?
Huh?
One of my favorite. One of my favorite jokes is, what do England and the New York Jets have in common?
Go on.
They both won it once in the 60s and haven't shut up about it since.
Fair. I like that. Okay, forwards. Here we go. Because there's a very funny omission here that has been mentioned in the chat. We'll talk about it. So you got Bukayo Saka, fully deserved, I think. Yep.
Love it.
Harry Kane, gotta be.
Yep.
Marcus Rashford, I think his form's been a little bit better recently.
Recently.
Yeah. Jackie Grealish. I mean, he's kind of a stud for England. Raheem Sterling, gotta be. Phil Foden, gotta be. And then Callum Wilson. So Callum Wilson's surprising. I mean, he's playing really, really well this year, scoring goals, creating some things. Most people were talking about Tammy Abraham being left out, seeing as he's been a stud for Roma for about 2 years now. Again, conspiracy. There's a chance.
He doesn't. He doesn't have ESPN Plus.
He couldn't afford it. But the thing that didn't. There's a name that wasn't on that list, and it's Jadon Sancho. And if you could just do me a solid right now, there's a certain button on your little tab over there that Lucas Leiva said in a door while dressed like a pizza man. Jadon Sancho didn't make the World Cup squad.
I like it.
That's right. That's true. I love that for him.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
He's been poor, man.
Life comes at you fast, dude. You know what I mean?
I see people say he's got more goal contributions than Grealish. Yeah, but in what team? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and
that's somebody doesn't. You have to watch the games, lads. You have to watch them. Watch what Grealish is doing as a part of a team. Watch what Sancho's doing. He looks like a. He's just there for himself. Do you know what I mean? He's He's not.
But he's always been that guy.
Yeah.
It's the more his the longer his career gets, the more we get to understand who he is. He's always been that guy. It's about Jadon Sancho, even when it probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So now that you've seen your roster, how are you feeling about England? Are they getting out of the group? You're still going to paint your face. You're still going to be singing "God Save the King." You're still going to be doing all that.
I'm going to have my Vindaloo going and 3 lions and all that.
Yeah, 3 lines on a shirt for King Chuck.
Let's go. Yeah. No, I get really nostalgic and I get really into these tournaments, mate. Like the first time I hear, Vindaloo, it's going to be popping off. I'm very Brexity about it.
I've seen it in person. It's this turned up to 11. It's wild.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's just it was a huge part of my childhood.
Yeah.
So all the feelings come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I don't think the manager's got it. I think we are missing maybe another good centre back. When England were really good at the World Cup, or when let's say it differently, when I had more confidence about England, is when we had like a really dynamite centre back pairing.
Yeah.
I didn't like these players personally, but you can't argue with, like Sol Campbell, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry.
Yep.
Those guys. Ashley Cole was the best left back in the world, I think, for many, many years.
For a while. Yeah.
Yeah, for many, many years. And that's the kind of defense and the
Bill
kind
Neville
of names.
was in that. Bill Neville was in
Yeah.
Gary Neville in there.
Yeah, less on them, but but there's been some really, really top names in the defense for England, and right now it's not great. I mean, and we as City fans are the only ones who really believe in John Stones.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't rate him, but we can see what he does week in, week out. So, Spencer asks, "Who am I supporting when England play the USA?" So, okay, I said this before. There was a point in my life where I felt like, I'm an American citizen now. I've lived in America much longer than I've lived in England, and I tried to be America.
To be an American.
Yeah. But the nostalgia completely takes over.
Yeah.
And I completely failed at being a US men's national team fan. So, but what I will say, the minute England get knocked out, I will be painting more stripes on my face.
Real Benedict Arnold situation there, huh? Just turn
very
coat.
Much so. Okay. Very much half and half scarf. Maybe more like a 3/4 quarter scarf.
I got that. Yeah. I got that.
Yeah.
And then he asked, what's that? The next question he asked below.
What's that?
From Spencer. So
you're leaving that one?
No, the one. This one here.
Oh, okay. Who are you supporting when England plays Wales?
Sinkhole.
Yeah.
Supporting. Hopefully, Cthulhu comes back and eats everybody in the stadium, because I want nothing to do with that. U.S. national team. We'll yap about it real quick, just since it's American.
We got Americans here, man.
We have a few goalkeepers. Ethan Horvath. He plays for Luton. He was in Belgium, I think, for a while. Decent keeper. Sean Johnson from New York City FC has been a MLS guy for a long time. At one point was thought to kind of be the dude, and it never kind of came to, but he's been much better the last few years. And then Matt Turner, who is at Arsenal now, was at New England. And I mean,
he'll be the number one, yeah?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I want it to be Sean Johnson, but it's gonna be Matt Turner.
Okay.
So I'm fine there. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Big P. Diddy fan.
Love it. Big up all the Americans in the chat. Let's be hearing from you about this U.S. men's national team.
Let's be having you.
Let's be having you. Come on.
Defenders. CCV, Cameron Carter-Vickers. He's at Celtic now. Was at Spurs for a little bit. Love this guy. Super pumped on that. Correct. You're right. No Zach Steffen at all.
No Zach.
But
I'm struggling.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that he's been great at. Where's he at? Borough.
He's been second fiddle to basically a no-name guy.
Yeah, not great. Serginho Dest of AC Milan. He'll be one of our fullbacks. This is the guy that was at Barcelona for a little bit. Speedster. I mean, he's a stud. Aaron Long. He's kind of been in MLS forever. There's some interest in England right now. There's a good chance he's one of the starting center backs, I think. Shaq Moore, who's in Nashville right now.
Big Shaq.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 name. Shaq Moore is a 10 out of 10 name. That's undeniable. Tim Ream, who's been in England for...
is 4.
-1, that's 3 quick maths. Everyday man on the block. Smoke trees. Stinio girl in the park. That girl was an Akas. When the thing went quack, 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 you-man was ducking. I've listened to that song way too much.
So good.
Every time it's Fire Flames, dude. Tim Ream, he's been in England for 48 years. Everyone knows that one. Anthony Robinson, the Jedi, he's also at Fulham with Tim Ream. Shout out Anthony Robinson for just kicking the shit out of Kevin De Bruyne the other day. Somebody emailed us, and I don't know if it was facetious or not. Hold on. They later subbed to the Patreon, so shout out.
They got the Patreon.
Jim Heaviside.
Oh, Jim. Nah,
I
don't know Jim.
Just thought I would drop you a line as I considered unfollowing this podcast this week. When we listen to a podcast that's about our beloved Blues, we do expect some bias. We are against all things Liverpool or manure. Oh, manure, menu. We do not expect a discussion that says the amount of force used to push a player in the back determines whether or not that's a foul. A foul is a foul. A kick on Kev's ankle is a foul, and in the area, it's a penalty. A push in the back, not a shoulder charge, is a foul, and it's also a penalty if committed in the area, no matter how hard or soft, unless, of course, if a Liverpool player committing the offense, then it is not even a foul, let alone a red card and a penalty. I do not expect the City podcast to agree with any Scousers. I'm very disappointed and somewhat surprised you did not acknowledge the brilliance and domination, even after being reduced to 10 men. I can only assume that living in Texas has addled your brain, and I suggest you immediately move to California nearby where sanity can be restored. Jim, thank you for your $1 and for the email. I will not be moving to California.
What a legend. I will move to California.
Well, you better start making more money, brother, because you're going to be living in a shack down by the river.
Big Shack.
Yeah, shout out Big Shack, brother. Where were we?
I need a ting that goes scra, though, because I feel like in Texas, I need a ting that goes scra.
Yeah.
In California, I feel like I might not need a ting that goes scra.
More of a thing that goes like this in California, I think. It's a squish. It's a push button. Joe Scally, 10 out of 10 name. He plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Joe Scally sounds like a bass player for a punk rock band.
Very much.
Yep. Joe and the Scallywags obviously would be the name of the band. Right? That's an English word, I think. DeAndre Yedlin.
Be the name of this podcast.
True. DeAndre Yedlin. And then Walker Zimmerman's the last defender on there. Walker Zimmerman's a stud. Midfielders, Brendan Aronson. Everyone knows him now. He's at Leeds. Kellen Acosta from right here in Texas, from FC Dallas's academy, actually.
Oh, FCD. Up the hoops.
Tyler Adams, who plays at Leeds now.
Went to my high school. Would you believe?
In
Wappingers Falls, New York.
I'm glad you said that word, brother, because I'm looking at it shows on here where he's from. In my head, I almost said it in a way that would have got us canceled so fast.
No, I found this out the other day. He went to my high school, Royce Ketchum in Wappingers Falls.
No shit.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, he's a stud, dude.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Twitter got Luca De La Torre on here, but whatever. I'm here for it. Weston McKennie, another one from FC Dallas's academy. Shout out this area here.
That's right.
Yunus Musa, who is a beast, plays for Valencia. And then Christian Roldan, he's kind of meh. Forwards, Jesus Ferreira, FC Dallas Academy again.
Go.
Jordan Morris, no clue why he's going. Christian Pulisic, you've heard of him. City legend Gio Reyna is going. Of Bedford, New York. Bedford. Josh Sargent from Norwich. Tim Weah from Lille. And Haji Wright from Antalyaspor. Pretty sure I've crushed that. Some surprises for us. But I'm feeling pretty good about it, honestly. Like,
okay,
I can look at England's team, and I'm like, oh, they're going to set up and play 5 at the back.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I can say that about
with
them.
2 holding midfield.
Yeah, Rice, and
Phillips probably.
Yeah. But I look at ours, and I don't know. There's a few different ways I can see us set up. There's a lot of youth in that team. There's a lot of energy in it. It's gonna be fun. Like we might crash out of this tournament, but I think it'll be fun even if we do, because I think there's so many just gung ho guys in the team.
You know, I totally agree, mate. The thing that I always love about the men's national team in recent years is the spirit. The spirit is unmatched, and I think a lot of people have said a lot of English people have said they enjoy watching the American team because of the spirit, and they wish that sometimes the England squad, that a lot of prima donnas running about. They wish they could see that sort of energy and that spirit that the American players have in the English players.
Yeah.
I think they're fun. They're really fun because they're always underdogs, and they're usually young. There's usually a youth element to them, which is exciting. And for me living here and just kind of learning about them. You're always looking to the future, and you're looking at the younger guys, and you're going, are they eventually going to? You would think with the talent that's over here, eventually they will become a powerhouse. So it's really exciting.
I also think there's definitely a thing to. I feel like a lot of U.S. players have more to prove. Because the rest of the world the rest of the world will always punch U.S. soccer. It's always a punchline. It's always like, oh, they're Americans. They couldn't be good at this or whatever. I mean, we're like consistently top 20 in the world. Almost everyone that's going to start for us plays at pretty huge clubs in Europe and aren't just bit part players. They're starters that mean something. I think there's always something to prove. I feel like the U.S. national team always feels like it's fighting back against everybody else.
Yeah, so maybe that's chip on its shoulder.
Always. And I think that's what makes them so fun, especially like this team with the youth that's in it. I think they're young. They're pissed off. They missed the last World Cup. Not these guys.
We the youth.
Yeah, true. I'm juiced on it, dude. There's a few guys that missed out that. There's a few guys that were selected, I should say, that don't make much sense to me, but Jordan Morris, Christian Roldan.
How have you found the build up to this thing, mate? A lot of English people are saying that because of when it's happening, because everybody's been so focused on, the Premier League,
Yeah.
That there hasn't been as much focus and excitement on this World Cup as normal. Do you feel that way? How as an American, how would you say it's been in America compared to previous tournaments? Do you think there's been less build up or what?
Yeah, I think they're trying to drum it up. Like even like our local news here is like trying to like get like the local like Fox station here, because that's who has the rights, is like trying to get some juice behind it. But it's just the timing of it. Like it's gonna be also it's gonna be in the middle of like it's right in the heart of the NFL season too. So it's like you're competing with that. It's just
be in the mornings though, right? For us, it's going to be very much like Premier League hours.
I think so.
Yeah.
So as long as there's no like noon kickoffs or anything, then you won't be competing with college football and pro football, which are sports 1 and 2 in the U.S. and then everything else kind of after that.
Be weekdays though, a lot of it, won't it? So there'll be a lot of people working.
Yeah, and that sucks too. Like it's just I don't know. The timing of it ain't great. The holidays being in there will help a little bit because you'll have a little bit of time. It's just it feels weird, but I think it's the same everywhere. I think this World Cup feels weird. It feels wrong. Sepp Blatter, for once in his life, was honest about something recently and came out and said like, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't have given it to them." Oh no, shit, huh? And then they came out. Did you see the thing? Did you see the Fire Festival things they're staying in?
Oh wow.
It's like for the people that are going to like watch, it's
Yeah.
storage containers with 2 beds in them for like $200 a night.
Yeah.
What?
I read that they built one of the stadiums out of storage containers so they could move it. The first ever like movable stadium.
Is Legos.
Bro, yeah. I don't know.
I'm not pumped on this. I just want it to be done quick. I feel like I want it to be fun and then end. And then I'll be happy about it. Golly.
Yeah. It's just got weird vibes around it.
Super weird vibes. Yep. Well, I think that's it, pal?
Yeah, you're getting your ass beat, by the way.
Who?
So
let's go.
Yeah.
By who?
Black Friday. England versus
I'm not
the
going
US.
shopping.
England versus the US, mate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you at the pub. And
you're gonna fight me?
I might.
All right.
Because I will have the face paint on. So I will be prepared to I mean, what says I will fight you more than
dude.
You know.
Yeah. You want to go?
Hey, mate.
I'm ready for it.
I know karate.
I literally just broke out a kettlebell on the stream to show you can't fight me, brother.
All I need is 1 or 2 of these.
I'm gonna get some Bud Heavies in me and fuck you up, dude.
It's gonna be.
You know what's gonna happen on that game, right?
0-0.
0-0, 1-1. It's gonna be crap. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's either that or it's gonna be a 5-0 win for the US of A. And I think it's probably that.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that.
Yeah, for the millions watching at home. Yeah, I think that's it, huh? It's been a good stream. Good Thursday night. Shout out everyone for joining in, watching along, hanging out in the chat. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. We will be back next week with a post-mortem on the first half of the Premier League season.
Yeah, we can get a bit more creative now.
Yeah, which is weird. We'll probably bring back at some point, I bet there's a wheel that'll show up that'll have certain categories on it. But yeah, we'll do some stuff during the World Cup, but we'll be back next week for sure to at least talk about Brentford. Again, thanks so much everybody for watching. Go to noisypod.com, buy some swag, at noisypod on Twitter, #AskNoisyPod if you have any questions between now and the next show. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. When you do listen to the podcast, make sure you subscribe, rate, review on that. And if you want to support the show for as little as $1 a month, go to patreon.com/noisypod. Again, for as little as $1 a month, if you think what we do is worth that, which questionable, we will take that dollar from you. We appreciate everyone that does that already, by the way. Shout out Jim, who, I mean, I'm not kidding. The email from Patreon and his email came through within like 2 minutes of each other, which is, I thought was very funny. Yeah. Thank you so much everyone for watching. and for chatting. And until next time, everybody, ta-ra.
Ta-ra.